Welcome to the California Maverick, a channel fighting for a free and sane California. Gavin Newsom and California Democrats in Sacramento are completely fake. None of them have any substance. There's nothing genuine or true about any of them. Everything about them is completely astroturfed, and everything they do is to distract you from their poor leadership and the catastrophic policies that have destroyed the once beautiful state of California. These Democrat politicians in Sacramento know they can basically do whatever they want, virtue signal, run on Trump derangement syndrome while the state is slowly being destroyed. We got some stuff to go over, so let's get into it. So that was Gavin Newsom's historic, record-breaking first presidential campaign rally. Election campaign rally. Press conference. A room of possibly 100 people and more than half of them being press. I don't care how many podcasts, press conferences, rallies, bootleg, Temu, Trump X posts he does. Even people on his quote-unquote own side are starting to turn on him and realize that this is a complete optics failure and a total dud. I have two clips from MSNBC and the Young Turks.
Gavin Newsom, he wants to own Donald Trump. He wants to be Donald Trump light. You can't be Donald Trump light. Hey, Gavin, talk into the camera and talk about making life more affordable, not only for people in California, but if you want to talk about people in New Hampshire, our people in Iowa, our people in South Carolina, they would like to know how their lives can be more affordable. Not how you can own Donald Trump. Donald Trump is not running again. These Democrats, who I have called Chuck Wepner instead of Muhammad Ali, Chuck Wepners, they're the ones that are running again. They're the ones that are in the boxing ring with Democrats, not Donald Trump.
For a little over a week now, California Governor Gavin Newsom has been posting in the style of President Donald Trump. And he's getting a lot of admiration for it. So he's basically engaging in this trolling campaign, and he's been very successful with it on X. Many of those posts have actually racked up tens of thousands of likes. And look, it does play well in the paradigm of left versus right. When you see politics as team sports and nothing more than tribal politics, you want your side to own the other side, troll the other side, to own the libs, to own the right. That's what this feeds into. It has nothing to do with substance. It has nothing to do with how much of a circus California has been under the leadership of Gavin Newsom. It has everything to do with getting brownie points for trolling the other side.
So, no, I'm definitely in favor of it.
I knew it, I know. But Jay.
No.
If this was happening, if this was coupled with a politician of substance who really is killing it with his leadership, okay, I'm totally in favor of it. But what this does is it masks his failures. You know? Mm-hmm. I'm worried about, I just want someone that I can back, someone I can support, someone who actually wants to change things for the better in this country. And Gavin Newsom ain't it. I'm just keeping it real, okay. Democrats. I know you guys want a hero. He's not your hero.
And the worst part of this is that he's causing more division, more hatred, and more polarization throughout the country, all at the expense of political capital and political gain. While yes, he is the front runner currently for the Democratic presidential primary, his overall approval rating nationwide is at 30%. So while he completely ignores California and the state he has left it in, he's garnering headlines and attention by inciting more division, more polarization, and dividing this country even more. And the worst part is that California Democrats in Sacramento are following suit. During the redistricting hearings and the state Senate and state assembly vote for the special election, it quickly turned into 1 week of Trump bashing. They could not stop mentioning our president's name and could not get him out of their heads. It was non-stop in press conferences, in the hearings, on the floor of the state assembly, constant TDS.
How can the legislature justify spending $235 million on a rush special election when core programs like education, healthcare, and wildfire prevention are being cut?
So first off, I want to say we're in this crisis because of the federal administration. And this election is going to cost as much as a new ballroom that President Trump wants to build at the White House.
Trump and his cronies, President Trump, Donald Trump.
By a president, our president.
Trump and his allies. Trump's big, ugly bill.
The president.
The authoritarian in the White House. This president.
Donald Trump. Trump mandering and Trump pandering.
Supreme Leader Trump.
President Trump. Donald Trump. Donald Trump. President Trump. His family and his friend Donald Trump's Trump.
Yeah, that pretty much sums up California politicians in Sacramento. And it's 5 hours of this. They could have had 1 or 2 people stand up and speak, and that would have been enough. But instead, it's 5 hours of California politicians repeating the same thing over and over and over again. I had to stop halfway through because I just couldn't take it anymore. And it was all just a bunch of grandstanding. Each one of them stood up there to speak, and they were so proud of what they said, or at least acted and pretended to be. They were patting themselves on the back, saying they were so brave and so bold by repeating the same thing the previous 10 people said before them. And it was all just for social media clout.
Do Democrats want it? Okay, do Democrats want it? This, I think, is the trend line that I think says it all. Democrats want their leaders to what? Try to stop the GOP or work with the GOP? You go back to 2017, you see here, work with the GOP took the cake at 74% compared to just 23% who said to try and stop the GOP. But now I'm going to come over to your side of the screen, Laura. Look at 2025. I'm coming as close as I can. 57% say they want the Democratic leaders to try and stop the GOP compared to just 42% who say they want them to work with the GOP. That is a major shift. What are we talking about here? Some quick math up here is 34% rise in terms of the percentage of Democrats who want their leaders to try and stop the GOP. So no wonder Gavin Newsom, he's looking at this polling. He's saying, I can generate attention. This is where the Democratic base is.
And so this is what these people care about. Virtue signaling, fighting the evil fascist orange man, and completely ignoring the actual issues Californians face. The homelessness, the crime, the cost of living. And that also goes with the gerrymandering and redistricting. They use the TDS of California and a lot of its voters. They use that as a cover and distraction for the actual agenda, which is to add more Democrat seats so these politicians can ride the coattails of Newsom and move up politically. Some state assembly members go to the state Senate. Some state senators and state assembly members can move up federally to the House of Representatives. KRCA, which is a local news network here in Sacramento, reported that Democrat leader of the California State Senate, Mike McGuire, was targeting one of the new drawn-up districts. And in exchange for his support, he wanted that new district drawn specifically for him. And that district was the North State District, represented by Republican Doug LaMalfa. That district is 45% Republican and 27% Democrat. So you can't tell me there isn't corruption when deals like this are happening behind the scenes. If these California Democrats and Gavin Newsom work as hard on the actual issues plaguing California as they did with this gerrymandering scheme to disenfranchise 40% of California and a bunch of independents, this state would be the best state in the union. It would be a shining beacon for the world. But instead, these people don't care. They rather play politics and move up the political ladder and gain power while leaving the state decimated. And all these California voters who play into all this BS and nonsense have become political pawns and useful idiots in this political power grab by all these California Democrats. And instead of solving real issues that California faces, and there's a lot of them, all these people do is play into the emotions and surface level BS that the masses fall into. Eleanor Roosevelt said it best. Great minds discuss ideas, average minds discuss events, and small minds discuss people. If you like this video, leave a like and possibly subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.